Hey, hi, hello. How's it going, guys? Welcome to a video that likely nobody will watch, but we're going to make it anyway. It's been a while since I made my last video. A good while. A good while. But we're back. My Photoshop subscription is renewed as my older brother, whose Creative Cloud membership I was leeching off of, canceled his. So I figured it out. I got I did an adult thing and paired with my roommate, and we got a discount on it. So good things all around. So we're gonna break down this edit I did for Benny Productions video contest. Um, just because I got nothing else to do. I really haven't been doing too much Photoshop lately, but we're back for this video. Hopefully more soon. I'm not promising anything though. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this mutilated head of Benny Productions on a pike. That's it. Here we go. Alrighty, welcome to the breakdown. I did not record what I did, so hopefully this will suffice. Basically, if any of you competed in the contest or follow his contests, you know that this was the photo Benny provided, so I chopped his head off. Just cut it off with the lasso tool. It's right across. Made it a little jaggedy. Nothing too clean or perfect. Who wants that? Next thing, just drop in the background. There's a nice, beautiful little background I found that I then edited, put a little blur on it. I never remember what it's called. The field blur, maybe, to make it look like there's actual depth of field. Just add a little something to it, and then I darkened it up a little bit with levels and a camera raw filter, so it fits the tone of the scene a little bit more. After that, I got the stick. Just cut it out of this photo right here, which I'll show you. Nice little stick. Thank you to Annie Spratt, who uploaded this wonderful photo to Unsplash. So yeah, I just cut that out and I gave it a little pointy end, as you would need to put somebody's head on it. I would imagine. Not that I have any personal experience. And then I just did a little color balance and blending on it. Put a little fake blood on there. Just painting. I really just painted with a deep red color, and I made that layer multiply, blending mode, and just painted some blood on there. And then just a little bit of exposure and levels to complete the composite. Then we're going to move on to Benny's severed head. Let's do this first. I just removed a little bit of hair from up here to make it look like this stick is going more through the top of his head rather than just kind of sitting there in space. And then I added something. I don't know what that layer is, honestly. I really don't. And then I started blending him with some exposure layers, levels layers. I used the levels layer and I just brought up the midtones a ton and painted over his eyes to really sell this kind of dead look, which I think works really well, honestly. And then just some more levels, some vibrance to get some of the color out of his face, and some hue and saturation to add a little bit of a blue tint to it, as that is what I've been told happens after you've lost the ability to get blood to your face. And then just same thing, I painted with a dark red color. I did an overlay blending mode on this layer because I think it looks more realistic. So I painted around his severed neck area, and then a little bit of blood coming down from from his head wound there. And then I duplicated that layer and painted a little bit more on in other places as well, which kept it in overlay, and it just kind of sold the darker color of blood that would be necessary, because it doesn't stay a bright, typical blood red once it dries. Don't ask me how I know that. And then, let's see, what did I do next? After that, I think I went and added this fire in the background. So I just got a stock image of some fire and changed it to screen blending mode. And I didn't really have to do too much to it, honestly. Maybe warped it a little bit and added a blur, obviously, to make sure that it's out of focus with the background. Then I added a bit of a glow to it with a screen, with a solid color set to screen, a nice orange color. Added the glow there. Man, this is fun, isn't it? I added some smoke in the background by just painting that in with some smoke brushes and adding a little bit of a color to the smoke where the light from the flame would be affecting it. I did something there. Oh, I think that's just little particles in the air. Pretty simple stuff. I also did an exposure layer to just darken everything else in the image up a bit more, just because it seemed a little too bright and too nice, honestly, for such a gruesome image. So I darkened that up quite a bit. And now to the real meat and potatoes of this, I think. What is that? Oh yeah, oh yeah. So we did some nice little I don't even know what you would call this. Like guts, bloody goop coming out of his head. Oh yeah. So for that, I found an image of some slime, which was like a bright green, I think, if I remember correctly, and changed the color on it and made it look like this. So that's the blood, the bloody goop, the bloody goopy guts. And then we're basically done from here. Just one last touch. I wanted to bring a little bit more, a bit more to it, just because it was kind of, it's good, but it's lacking a little something. So, well, first of all, I added some fire to his eyes. So I just had another stock image of some fire and just put it to screen and put it in his eyes and blurred it a little bit to make it blend, and it looks all right. It's nothing special. But the real thing is this light right here. There it is. So yeah, for this, I did the technique that Nick Asabin, he's a legend. He's from Russia. He's an absolute Photoshop wizard. And he's got this technique for painting realistic lighting, or he uses it for kind of like mystical, magical stuff, but you can use it for creating fire or realistic lighting, as you can tell. At least I hope it looks realistic. Please tell me if it doesn't. So basically you create a gradient. So in this case, it's a dark black, and then a gradient moving from, deep reddish orange to a very bright, nearly white, off-white yellow, which is what flames are. And so, and then I'm not going to explain it because he explains it way better. But then I just painted the lighting in, painted some of these particles in, and then I also used that same layer to add this lighting to Benny himself, which I will show you right now. So on a separate layer, or on one of the two layers I used to paint in the lighting, I just went in and added the lighting where I thought it would affect him, and I even used that on the tree branch, and not that tree branch. I mean, maybe it was a tree branch at one point, but now it's used to stick heads on. But I used that as well to light the side of the branch, stick, spigot, whatever you want to call it. And then let's zoom out here. Oh, that's way too much. Okay, let's zoom in. And then for the last touch, I put all those layers together and made a camera raw filter. And we end with something like this. So definitely some more contrast to it. Added a nice color gradient to it. I really like the greenish blue and the orange contrast. It just looks really good. And then obviously some sharpening and clarity and all the normal stuff anyone would do with a camera raw filter. And we ended with this. I'm super happy with it. Let's hope it gets featured in Benny's video. If not, obviously no big deal. Wouldn't be the first time. But I'm just more than anything very proud of this one, and it's just I think it's better than I honestly expected it to be. So hope you guys enjoyed this. If you didn't, I'm so sorry. If you did, you're welcome. I knew you would. But anyway, I'm gonna just end it there. Thank you all so much for subscribing. I don't know why, but I appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one.